The DCC has spent the last few days thrashing out its annual budget. The result is exactly what was promised, a 4% rates rise after a debate that saw little in the way of raised voices, angry onlookers or organised groups of outraged ratepayers. Mayor Dave Cull joins us now with a wrap of the annual plan. Good evening, Dave.
Good evening.
We do seem to have a fairly quiet and civil process this year. Is the fun gone from local politics?
Well, I don't think being uncivil, rude and rowdy is fun, so it was a pretty good process actually. We had a reduced number of submissions, which we think, and they reflected largely agreement with the proposed draft, and it was taken. They were taken seriously by councillors and thoughtfully, and it was a really good process. It's probably the best I've been involved with.
Give us a rundown of the outcomes this year.
Well, as you said, we aimed for 4%, no more than 4%. That's what we achieved. We also had asked staff to come back with some extra savings, which they did, so we were able to put about $1.2 million to accelerated debt repayment. But the bonus came right near the end where staff brought forward even more savings, and we had about another $1.3 million that we needed to know what to do with. And we were able to put that into operational investments that actually have a return in terms of savings going forward of well over what debt would cost. So we invested in those.
The council also voted to lower the amount of fluoride in Dunedin's water. Are you at all concerned about councillors making potentially scientific decisions like this?
Yes, I would be, and that's why we've also asked to have a discussion with some objective, neutral experts to make a decision on it. But the interesting thing is there are a lot of people in the community who are demanding that council make a scientific decision on that, and we're not competent to do that. So we will be going to expert opinion to get some guidance.
Now, what's left before this process is complete?
We've got to take the now approved plan to council to be adopted as the final plan, and we've got to send out responses to all the submitters, and the staff are doing that. In fact, quite a bit of a discussion through the deliberation process was councillors saying, look, I've seen the staff response and perhaps we could add this or amend this or whatever to get a really good, respectful response back, informative response back to submitters.
What are you most pleased with from the process?
I'm most pleased with those extra savings that we got, that we invested. I'm most pleased with the fact that they have an effect not just this year, but in ongoing years, so that the savings to ratepayers in next year and the year after and the year after that come up into millions of dollars. So we're not only coming in on target this year, but we're making it much easier to come on target in the ensuing years, and we're saving ratepayers ongoing a whole heap of money.
So debt appears to be under control. You've got a new stadium, a refurbished town hall. Are you happy with the city where it's at? I'm
happy that those big capital projects, Toy 2, the town hall, the stadium, have been completed and they're behind us. Debt is under control, but it is still a challenge, and we still need to be focusing on getting it down as quickly as we can without having rate rises go through the roof. So yeah, I'm happy with where we're at, but this is not a time to relax and say, oh well, we can throw caution to the winds and start spending up again. We can't.
What vision do you have for the city for the future?
All of there's things to do, and we've signalled some of them. The cycleway network that will extend through the city, but also link up with the Portobello Road extensions, with the cycleways that are coming down from Central Otago. We've got some work to do on energy. We're developing an energy plan, and that is going to be a challenge for this city and a whole lot of cities into the future. There's a lot to be done there and a lot of savings to be made. Our economic development strategy is focusing on creating more jobs in the city, and that is critical for the future of our city. And I think housing, we need, as central government has observed, we need to deal with the quality of housing.
That's Dunedin Mayor Dave Cull. Thanks very much for your time.